Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn, Moses Itauma, Teremoana. Get this. According to Eddie Hearn predicts that Moses Itauma versus Teremoana both will be fighting each other for a title in the next 18 months. And let me counterpunch. Bro, that's 2 years. That's an easy prediction. If they keep winning, yeah, it's inevitable. You know, you got Frank Warren's golden boy, Moses Itauma. You have Teremoana, 8-0-0-8. Okay, 8 wins, 8 knockouts, no losses, no draws, no whammies. And you have these two guys with similar styles, one a little taller. They're both rangy. They're both powerful, but they're both really untested. So we'll see if that comes to pass. If they can get past the respected level stepping opponents, they will be in the ring together. You know, and I think that Teremoana and Moses Itauma, Toma and Teremoana, I think that's a good fight. I think that's a fight that you can build on. I think it's all about boxing and keeping boxing, true boxing, not the bullshit that we've been seeing in these later times. I mean, legitimate people that have fought their way and deserve to get the shot that they've got. That, you know what I mean? Someone that's fought themselves to recognition respectfully. You know, not giving anything. I think if both guys do what they need to do, they will be in there with each other, and they should. You know, and I think Eddie's banking on Teremoana because, you know, you got guys like Joshua Edwards, De La Hoya's guy, so he's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? You have Bakari Jololov. You have a lot of other fighters that are on that plane. You know, so those are guys that have to be in the mix as well. So there's a lot of people when it comes down to promotion. But Eddie and Frank, I think they have a good relationship right now because of Turki Al-Sheikh. But if Frank gets older, which I doubt, I think Frank's going to do this until, like, you know what I mean? We still got promoters from the 60s and 70s still promoting. Don King still promoting. Bob Arum still promoting. So they're going to promote for a while. But if not, if he wants to step down, there's George Warren. You know what I mean? So him and Eddie get along very good. They're around the same age anyhow, you know? So I think with those two British promoters, bringing those guys together, I think it would be a nice clash. And, you know, it could be anywhere. It could be in the UK. It could be in New Zealand. It could be probably in the UK more than likely. But, you know, it could be in America. It depends on where Teremoana or where Eddie wants to market Teremoana. If he wants to bring them over here and take on guys like Jarrell Miller, which, you know, by the time they fight them, more than likely they'll be on their way out. Because 2 years is a long time from now when you're dealing with boxers, especially boxers at the age of 36, 37 right now. That puts them pushing 40 like a mother sucker. So you don't really know, you know, there won't be people around in their mid-30s that are boxing right now. The landscape will change, and the future is coming very quickly. We're heading into a new era. And the new era does belong to Teremoana, Moses Itauma, Daniel Dubois still there. He's still in their 20s. You know what I mean? There is so many people. Frank Sanchez is there. Remember Jared Anderson? See, there's a lot of people and a lot of fights that could happen. You know, so this prediction is pretty realistic from Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? And since he's already dropped them seeds into the ground, all we need is water and sun to grow to see how we'll go. Bars. But you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn predicting that Moses Itauma versus Teremoana will fight for a title in 18 months to 2 years. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!